Okay, there we go. That's just weird. It's just the counter is like right there. Anyway, so this is our little Airbnb condo. It's a 1-bedroom, and I'll put the link below. It's really fantastic, actually. Big bed, TV, awesome bathroom, and big mirror and that sort of thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a 1-bedroom condo in Bangkok. It has a cool little balcony, and that's one of 2 pools that it has below, and then that's actually a pretty awesome house right there. It's next to Ashton. It is called Nobel Remix, and it is right on Thong Lor, as I've shown you in one of my previous videos. So anyway, so it's Saturday, so Gracie and I are going to head out, and we're ready. Okay, so, and this is actually one of our first, I will take this extra one, but you have the key, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Cool, so it's got like these mag stripe keys for Nobel Remix. What do we need?
The change.
Want to bring the change? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is our first outing with the selfie stick, so that should be pretty good. Hopefully this microphone is working. And she and I, we're gonna go one. Gracie's actually also got her selfie stick, so that's cool. We bought both of these in Boracay.
Kaja.
On the beach, Kaja, which basically means Mike, you're totally awesome in Tagalog. Okay, so we just left our place right there, which is Nobel Remix. We're actually in this building right here. That building right there is Nobel Remix 2, and we will be staying there when we get back from Phuket. We just walked over that bridge right here into BTS and at Thong Lor. Thong Lo. And we are going to head over to Asok and then over to, we're going to go to 2 parks today, actually. So we're going to go to Benjakiti Park, I believe, is it? Or Benjakki Park? I will make sure I will certainly have a picture of it for you here on Google Maps. And with that, you will be able to pronounce it correctly, even if I have not. I also want to check out this little park down here at some point, which is simply at the base of our BTS stop at Bangkok. So Gracie is right there, and we both have our selfie sticks, so we're taking advantage of that. I don't know about you, but like I travel, you know, and I get decent memories along the way, but one of the things that I forget to do, and my buddy Eddie and I always seem to forget to do this, is take selfies, because those are the things that sort of immediate gratification, right, that make you really appreciate and have fun with what you're doing. So anyway, so we're going to get on here, we're going to go take the Mochit train over to Asok, and then from there, basically Terminal 21, we'll walk down and head over to the park. So talk to you soon.
He told instruction to the guy, to the guard.
So greetings, we're now down just down the street from Asok, but I wanted to make light of this. That's sort of interesting. That's a building over there with 2 helipads, as if one's good, which I completely agree with. You know, the other thing I wanted to share about, I made the comment in a couple of videos, depending upon where you are in Bangkok. I mean, if you were kidnapped and closed your eyes and then all of a sudden you showed up here and that sort of thing, depending upon where you are, I mean, I can tell you right now, if you were inside these buildings, you would have absolutely no idea that you were necessarily in Thailand. It's Exchange Tower over there. So anyway, I just find it pretty awesome. And as I've mentioned before, being a beach guy, like, I really like Bangkok, and I'm not quite sure why. I guess there's just so much to do here, and then they have places like this, like everywhere. And because of that, you can find a very fine place to live, and I'm talking about a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo. For like 30,000 baht a month, and that's without like doing a whole lot of discovery. If you actually want to spend some time looking around, then you can absolutely find something better. And the other thing too, which is sort of which is more common here than I've discovered, like in the States, is that vegan cuisine. That's kind of cool. This is sort of a neat thing. You know, I rarely do this. I rarely just sort of like walk down the street somewhere, which I see a lot of guys doing, and their videos are watched a lot more than mine, that's for sure. But But for 30,000 baht, which, you know, basically, I mean, and then you'd have to pay, you know, electric and that sort of thing. So, but you're looking at $1,000 a month to live in a metropolis that has literally everything. And I gotta tell you, the other thing that I love here is the fact that it is so mobile. And I mean that in a technology sense, I mean it in a device that I'm holding right now sense, because with my phone, I get better throughput, less latency, faster speed on my phone than I get with the physical fiber connection. It may be copper, but anyway, the physical connection that we have in our apartment, by like 50% more. And you know what? Actually, it's like about, boy, it's got to be 200% better as far as upload speed goes. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I can upload a video in, I think it was like a few minutes. I think it was 3 minutes, and it was about a 800 meg video. Which is how long? That's about a 7-minute video, I think. So anyway, we're walking down to Benjakiti Park. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But again, there's a Google Maps shot of it. And maybe we'll head over to that place with the 2 helipads. The downside, of course, is like once I'm in the building, then I won't really be like, oh, now I'm experiencing a helipad. And probably if you don't show up with your own helicopter, you may not be able to get into the helipad area, right? But I dig these kind of, and you know, from watching, you know, guys like RetiredCheap.Asia, JC and stuff, you know, I really realize that the minute you show up at a place and everything is in Thai, you're gonna get a much better deal than these places that are in English. And I mean, let's face it, it's just a much cooler sign, you know? It could say, deposit your garbage, but I'd be like, oh yeah, deposit garbage, yeah, Thailand. So, I don't know, it's just, again, you know, I suppose it just could be the newness of it, because I've been to Bangkok many times, but I've discovered it less than I'm doing right now. And so this is all new stuff, and if you know anything about me, you know that I love exploration and finding out new places. So anyway, so we're gonna walk down here, and with any luck, and this is just basically a place to cross the street, and with any luck, we will get to Benjakitti Park here pretty soon. These are interesting. This is the second time I've seen this. I'm not quite sure why. Can you see it from there? Maybe from here. I'm like doing a silhouette thing. Maybe, yeah, there you go. I'm not quite sure why they would want to do the demarcation point for 2 police forces, if you will. Well, okay, so here's one thing that I absolutely am not a fan of, and it is traffic. We just got off the BTS Skytrain, and this is like pretty common. I mean, it's Saturday about 10 o'clock. But even if you get like a bitchin' Uber, right, and you're like in a nice, comfortable car, the good news is like every single car I've ever gotten has had air conditioning. So that's kind of nice. Although the BTS and MRT, the air conditioning in those trains is fantastic. But like it just was today, I mean, you were literally packed in there like sardines, quote unquote. So we're coming up to the park. Now, Google Maps tells me that we can't get in this way. So Google Maps says we gotta walk all the way down to the other end. However, there's an entrance right here. So we should be good. And sure enough, open from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So this is kind of cool. Now, I did another video, we'll put the link here, I can't remember where the links go, on Lumpini Park. And now the Lumpini Park arguably is much larger. I would say it's probably, 4 to 5 times larger. Not quite sure, I don't have the data on me. But this is pretty neat. And so, see, now we both have our selfie sticks, so basically we're gonna spend the time like kind of together, but we'll probably like be apart like this, taking selfies of a whole bunch of stuff. And then we'll get home and we'll sit like 2 feet from each other at the dining room table and be like, look at my video. No, look at my video. We're close. This is so great, actually. I mean, literally, best girlfriend ever. And I hope you I hope you have that experience in your life too. Because it's kind of like I used to say, you know, with guys that I would sponsor, I'd be like, look, dude, here's the bottom line for me. If you can't say that my sponsor is the best damn sponsor in the whole world, then you need another sponsor. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty true that if I don't believe my girlfriend is the best darn girlfriend in the world, then I probably should get another one. And I can tell you right now, Gracie's the best darn girlfriend in the world that I've ever had. Oh, and because, for example, got Mackie going on right here, which is Team Mackie, which if you don't know, that stands for Mary and Mickey, which is actually, we should probably change the team name.
What?
Not the team culture, which is awesome and sauce, but we might want to change it to like Gracie.
Gracie?
I mean, I don't think I've ever called you Mary in the entire time we've known each other. I call you Gracie. So Gracie Mickey would be Gracie, but that sounds a little rough. So anyway, okay, so here's what's pretty cool. Walking/jogging path, and then separate bike path. Genius and amazing. Although, you know, I just reflected on, in Singapore, they have, there will be spots where there's two sidewalks. One is for smoking, the other is non-smoking. Because the majority of Singapore is non-smoking. So actually, the majority of those paths are Singapore and others. So anyway, I mean, as you might guess, right? So there's no swimming. You can't play water sports. Oh, there's some fish. And you can't fish, and you are not supposed to, I believe, feed the birds. And so all four of those recommendations are actually quite good. So here's what's interesting, because if you don't know, in Thailand they drive on the left. And so I was actually curious, watch out, there's a guy behind you, honey, whether they would run on the left. And as it turns out, it seems like the arrows over there, it's kind of like walk and run on the right. So, and the bike path here seems to go counterclockwise, however. So anyway, just sort of interesting. But again, what I like about this is, well, two things, because you could argue, yes, Mike, there's parks in New York City. Right, but New York City maybe gets this hot 10 days a year. And I can tell you right now that the majority of the time I'm in New York City, it is not warm, at least from my perspective, because I like this. So anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll basically just walk in a circle and see how that goes. Oh, that's cool. They have police here. That's awesome. I love the whole safety thing. That's fantastic. So anyway, so we are gonna walk. Let's walk this way. And do you seriously have two selfie sticks? Oh no, you've got a fan.
Honey,
She comes to there. Where did you buy that? Eiffel Tower?
I don't remember where.
Now, as far as I know, you've never been to Paris, so it's probably not an authentic one. You may have been to.
Maybe the Philippines.
Maybe in the Philippines they have a secondary Eiffel Tower. All right, so we're gonna walk around here. I'll take some shots and do some video if there's anything that's like truly spectacular. But I can tell you that this is sort of one of these gems in the middle of, in a contrast sort of way, i.e., big city, park in the middle. So. Anyway, I encourage you to come here. I want to see what's over there because there's some shiny gold statue, and I definitely suffer from shiny gold statue syndrome. So off we go. So this is pretty cool. Did you bring that to basically make sure that I'm cool?
I know, right?
Yeah.
You told me I have to bring my electric one, you know?
I'm so blessed. All right, we'll check you later, chap.